Hi guys, it's Stuart back again for another video, and this is my first video of 2021. I'll be doing Death Battle Season 8 ideas, so we'll get into it after I discuss a few things. Firstly is for the gaming. I'm not really sure if I want to do the gaming, plus my tablet's not really too good at recording right now, so I think I might stick with reactions. Yeah, it's because in the past I've been doing gaming and and it'll have levels and stuff, and I just can't dedicate myself to wait. So I'd rather play on my own time, if you understand what I mean. And I decided maybe reactions are what I want to do. Plus I got school work and I'm trying to get a good education. Some people may call it lame, but it's you do you, I do me. So I'm glad we got this out of the way, because it's I kept saying, oh, I might do it, but I'm not really sure about that. It's if I were to post one, it would probably be just a video of me just doing random stuff, but expect reactions. And if you want more consistent videos, try to think of something with a gap in between it, because as I said, I have schoolwork, so I can't react to something that happens every day or every few days. Maybe something that happens once a week, or maybe if it's an animation thing, then I know they're gonna take longer. So stuff like that. The odd one's out, maybe I'll react to that. Jane Animations, maybe. Something else YT, if I get back into that, sure. Domix, yeah. That's why I watch Death Battle, and I'm going to react to Cartoon Beatbox Battles now. So I'm trying to think of what I can react to that isn't going to screw up my school schedule, isn't going to screw up my free time schedule, and just works. So I understand if you don't want to watch the videos, but if you're happy to stay, that would be great. But you don't have to, so yeah. So let's get into my ideas. And quick disclaimer, I'll be saying who I think will win, but take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I normally just like to speak out of my mouth without really thinking it through, so as in, I'm not really going to know. It's mainly just going to be what I've seen, since I don't really want to do research right now. Not at all. So let's get into this. Thing move. Okay. Hang on, I had a nice effect. Let's try that again. Alright. So first off is Steve versus the Robloxian. Two very, very well-known avatars in the video game community. And I decided to do this instead of Terrarian or whatever, because I'm trying to think of stuff that I at least know a little bit about. And the other Minecraft matchup with the Terrarian, I don't know the game that the Terrarian's from, so yeah, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Please forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But I think Minecraft versus Roblox is equally as good. And yes, I'm aware that it's the Dream Match season, and they're okay for jokes and all that. Anything. And I think this one's quite popular too. If the Terrarian happens, at least it'll be Minecraft, because that's the reason why I'm doing this. I want the Minecraft characters to be in here. And this is just my first Minecraft matchup. I only have two, because the other one, that one should be obvious. I'll give you a hint. I originally would think it would be good for SCP-096, but I don't think that that's quite popular. And I like the other one a lot as well. But anyway, back on the topic of Minecraft and Roblox. I think Minecraft's gonna win. Yeah, I was talking with some friends, and this one we kind of looked into it, and we're like, well, even if our research is wrong, might as well be wrong together, and might as well try. So we used some of our own calculations and some of other sources, and the Robloxian, we could agree, had, like, I think a speed advantage when it came to, like, travel speed. But I think, yeah, I think that's about it. For Minecraft Steve, we tried gold, then we're like, huh? And apparently there's this TikTok account that took shulker blocks into the case, and I don't know if you can hold a shulker box with stuff inside. If you can, then he's correct. If you can't, then he's wrong. And I only did ingots for gold. I should have done blocks. But anyway, yeah. And then we also did breaking iron, which was kind of similar to the Robloxians' strength, which, of course, they're going to have to specify what they're using, and for me, I was using games that just have, like, the essentials and stuff like that I've played, at least, and I did Doomspire Brick Battle in space. The Robloxian was able to toss a building a little bit, so I'm like, sure. And they evened out in strength, but I think the lifting strength gave Steve the edge. Not much I can say. The reaction speed, I think that's when we brought in, like, the Guardian's laser and the Ghast's fireball, where I'm like, okay, I don't think the Robloxian has an actual way to, apparently a laser moves light speed, and I don't think the Robloxian has a way to get around light speed reactions and all that. Hang on. Okay. So back to Roblox versus Minecraft. Durability, I can't remember exactly who won that one. Maybe that was the other one that Roblox got, but then again, I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's my reasoning for why I think Minecraft would win, but like I said, take everything I say with a grain of salt, because there's only like a few of these that I actually tried to look into, but I didn't really do much because I was doing in a little discussion thing with my friends, and we had limited time, so I'm like, alright, we have this much time to get what we can, so yeah, and I was rushing a lot, so that'll make sense if I rushed. Okay, so I did this because, one, I thought it could be kind of like a joke, but two, because, as you can see, people before Frozen 2 said Sub-Zero. After Frozen 2, like before, I had the same judgment, but now I changed judgment because, alright, so Elsa has, like, white ice, and I don't know if this is true, but they said something like, to make that, you need to, destroy some of the molecules inside something, and I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. Yeah. I didn't really look too far into this one, but from what I've seen, it's pretty nice. Elsa can basically do what Sub-Zero does, but it seems like she has a lot more, power with the ice. Okay, so back to where I was. Alright, so pretty sure yeah, Elsa's ice powers, like, it made a whole kingdom go into like this wintry state. While Sub-Zero, I think the highest, like the most he has done is probably if you just spam all of his attacks at once. But I doubt you'd get like a lot of ice. I'm pretty sure they'd use the test your might stuff, which at first I'm like, yeah, that should be fair, but now I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, people are right. That is not a good way to measure their strength. So, yeah. And for Elsa, I'm pretty sure that, pretty sure it would help to use the ice powers for speed. And I think Elsa might have speed in here. So, yep. But it was just the end when Elsa was like the ice spirit or something that really made me go, yeah, no. There's a reason why Sub-Zero would not call himself an Elder God. It's because he doesn't believe he's on that level. But people told Elsa she's on a spirit level, which is similar to an Elder God in the Mortal Kombat universe. So that's my reasoning. Like, I know you guys are probably gonna say, how the hell did you think that was enough proof? I don't know, just... When you look at the movie, it's quite impressive what Elsa was able to do in that, and I'm not just saying it because I like the movie, it was just impressive. And, yeah. It's been a while since I went over some of these, so some of my reasoning is also gone. Like, I had my reasoning for this after I was done watching the movies for the first time ever in a theater, so I don't remember what I thought back then. Like, I could go get the movie right now, but too late now. Okay. I will include people that have appeared on Death Battle before, since I've watched Death Battle for a while. It's like, I watched, I think I started in Season 2, then we were about to get to, like, the middle of Season 2, then I stopped, because, it wasn't appropriate for my age. Then, Season 3 wasn't even done, and I was back. Like, I was there for the finale, that's about it. Then I watched up until now. Yeah. So, John Cena versus Chuck Norris. That one was fun to think of. But they've said they'll do joke videos. And I'm like, okay. Of course, I had to watch other YouTubers' videos to figure that out. But you get the point. I've heard it, and I am taking advantage of that by thinking of any match that I think might be funny. I feel like they'll use, like, MLG John Cena. That'll be funny. And for who I think will win, I think we'll just do Chuck Norris. Because I heard something like he broke all world records. So that means whatever John Cena could do, and I heard that Chuck Norris can do it, like, he can break any record. So if John Cena does something, Chuck Norris is going to break that record. So yeah, not much explanation other than I wanted this to be a joke episode, and I just think Chuck Norris might win. I don't know. So basically, I just want to see a joke. Okay, this one I love for a good reason. Now, if none of you people have heard of Beyblade, that's okay, because I'll just describe Beyblade Metal Fusion protagonist, Jinga Hagane. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard of Ash Ketchum. Jinga Hagane is kind of like Ash Ketchum, but with Beyblades. And honestly, the reason why I thought this is because I'm like, think of this. Pokemon, it's like, it's been shown in movies that there can be death, and it's like, and they have this great power. What could possibly rival that? A Beyblade could, if given the right circumstances. Of course, I think there was like a new version of Metal Fusion. I haven't seen that at all. So this might be outdated, but it looks a lot cooler from the little thumbnails I've seen. For who I think will win, Jinga. It's because if you think that a Beyblade in Metal Fusion is not going to do much, sorry, you be mistaken, because Ryuga and El Drago were a powerful bunch, and freaking their little special move thing is Ryuga Kamehameha like at something, and they freaking have souls and something, I don't know. I think Ryuga like killed some of the people for a little while, and yeah. Yet Pegasus had the power to defeat El Drago. I think El Drago was like the ultimate evil or something, and the only thing that could possibly compare was Pegasus, so that was like a final showdown. Who really wielded the better Bey? And that was Jinga. Ash, he's sort of an idiot. He'll just throw in Pokemon just for no reason, and he just needs to use Pikachu at some point. So how I think this should go is Ash Ketchum and Pikachu, Jinga Hagane and Pegasus. And I'm pretty sure Pegasus is going to... like, it's going to be hard since it's small, but I think he'll do fairly well. Pretty sure it has some good maneuverability, and it has like star-like attacks. Like, would I say it's universal? No, but it does move fast. I'm pretty sure there was a time when it went up into space or something, or like close to it, or it made it look like that. But if it actually did go to space, then that's fast. So you see why I think Jinga is going to win this one, because I don't think Pikachu can survive a Kamehameha. Pegasus can. And I'm pretty sure he's not surviving anything that could beat that as well. And it's the more faith that Jinga has in the Bey, the stronger it is. And if he had enough that something with that much power, like, clearly Jinga has been defeated by this thing a lot of times, and last fight, he won. I'm pretty sure that speaks for himself. Because Ash, it's like, oh, I lost, then like maybe a Pokemon League, then he like will win there, but then we'll just lose later on. Yeah, I don't think that's fun. So let's move on. What are we even in? Oh wow, 18 minutes. And that was only like the third. Alright. And I'm trying to get in like new series, because I think Death Battle does great with new series and presents them very well. So why not do... I'm giving them any chance they have. Chaos versus Bowser. And yes, that Bowser was the Superchargers one, but I mean like Mario Bowser, not the Superchargers one. Because then that would be the same series, and they don't want to do that. So, Chaos versus Bowser. The idiotic, evil characters. Yeah. This one might need some explaining. Because you look at Chaos, he's small, and I said he's the winner. Bowser's huge, and I called him the loser. Okay, let's explain this. So Bowser, yeah, he has like some pretty wicked powers. I think he turned into a kitty cat at some point. I don't know. He has fireballs. He can increase his size. He's sort of immune to lava in a way, but hot enough lava can put him down. Chaos, on the other hand, he has the power of Traptanium, this imaginary Super Saiyan form that freaking just allows him to imagine whatever he wants. He learned enough that he can just go, you know, I want Doomlanders. So I think this would be kind of cool if they had like their minions come out, Koopas versus the Doomlanders. Yeah, that'd be cool. But if it was like a fist fight, I don't think they'd use the Super Saiyan thing. But I'm pretty sure Chaos has the power of almost every element, because when you trap him, you can just use whatever. So I think this might be cool because Bowser, he's really hard to put down, but I think Chaos can do it. Traptanium can't be broken by anything but Traptanium. Bowser doesn't have that in his universe, but if he had a similar, then I may have said sure, but I don't think he has one. Again, long time since I played a Mario game. Yeah, it's like when they switch games over, it's like, well, I like to stay with what I have. I'm grateful. Nah, it's fine. But the Traptanium, I'm pretty sure Chaos will be able to use it in order to beat Bowser fair and square. He also has these Traptanium blades, which I'm pretty sure are going to slice right through Bowser in an instant. Well, not in an instant, but it's gonna do some major damage. I think he also has this giant form, which is kind of cool, and he was able to like tame this big dragon. If they use the Skylanders Academy, that would be kind of cool, because I think he's taken on Spyro. Kind of nice. Yeah. But I feel like Chaos's power is going to be way too much. Way too overwhelming. Bowser's powers alone, like, those are insane, but Chaos with all that element control, and especially the Traptanium and little Super Saiyan form, is going to win this bout. So, I think Chaos wins that. But, I could be wrong. Flip him over. Oh boy. So, I've heard people say Bugs Bunny versus Mickey Mouse, and yeah, that makes sense. They're both mammals, and like, they're supposed, in real life, the mammals are quite small. They're cartoons, they're the main character, the icon, if you will, so, yeah. But, I think putting in SpongeBob might be better, because I'm pretty sure they do Daffy Duck versus Donald Duck anyway, so you'd have Disney versus Looney Tunes. So I decided, why not do SpongeBob versus Mickey? Because last season they did Danny Phantom versus Jake Long, which was Disney versus Nickelodeon, and I loved it. I loved watching that, because people say the puppeting animation sucked, but all I care is that the fight looked epic. Like, I don't care if you don't like, okay, well, I don't entirely despise it. If someone has their opinions, those are their opinions, but my opinion is I actually like the puppeting animation. I don't know. I think I'm just thinking of, like, looking back to some of the older episodes where it would just be like, first frame, let's skip over to this frame, and kind of just seemed a little too fast, and you get what I mean. But I chose this one because I think it would be really cool, hand-drawn, but, like, I've heard that Steven Universe is going to be on here, so they're probably going to use that one for hand-drawn. I don't know if this is true, but, like, Macho Man and Kool-Aid Man, to be honest, I kind of want to see that, because then they'd have a WWE superstar in there, and I don't think they'd ever do that. If I'm speaking way too fast, then sorry, I'm just trying to get through this as fast as possible. Oh boy, I have a lot. So, maybe for the next few I'll have to just explain it real quick. So both of them are cartoon characters. They represent their channels very, very well. And both of them are known for many children, young and old. Both of them are legendary in the cartoon little universe, and yeah, I think SpongeBob will win because if they give him the magic pencil, that's just going to be way too overpowered. But I've heard his movie stuff is pretty insane. Scaling to Patrick apparently makes him way too fast, and I've seen him like regenerate or something. So oh boy, that's going to be scary. Mickey Mouse doesn't make this. He'll make sure this ain't a curb stomp for SpongeBob though, because if they give him like the Master Key or something, that's gonna really be quite difficult. And I've seen the wizard form, but whatever. But I'm pretty sure this Goofy Goober is gonna win. Oh boy, here's the second one that I was talking about. Oh yes! If you couldn't guess, it was the Enderman versus the Slenderman. Like, do I really need to explain myself? Okay, I will. Okay, so the Enderman, I thought he should face SCP-096, but since it's the Dream Match season, I decided Slenderman versus Enderman, because how old is this? If they don't do it, I'm like, what? It's basically saying I'll probably be in shock if this isn't in the season. I just want to see one Minecraft fight. That's it. This one could actually be 3D, because both of them are 3D. And I like how they're trying to like use their respected animation styles. Well, except for Danny and Jake, but whatever. So I think Slenderman's gonna easily win this one because I've seen some stuff in that. Like, I've seen people play the games, and apparently it's really hard to put him down even with a gun. And Enderman has to fist fight this guy. You gotta be kidding me. So I think the only way that Enderman even has a chance of winning this is if they give him the story mode and the game, and they're probably going to use movie as well for like Slenderman, but then narrow down like specific games and only do the very main stuff. Nothing more, nothing less. In terms of who I think will win, I already said that's the Slenderman, because his tentacles will definitely keep Enderman at a distance, and he's just brutal and brutally durable. Enderman is good though, and enough of them can take down the Wither Storm, so if we do some quick division, maybe we can find out how tough Enderman is and maybe how fast. But that took thousands, so I doubt it's going to be anything impressive. So, yeah, let's see it. This one I've seen on many people's lists. Hero and Baymax versus Hiccup and Toothless. Both two partners that I haven't seen like their movies for a long time. I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon 3 because at that time I wasn't really into dragons and stuff, but I kind of want to see that stuff again because I think it would be kind of cool to just maybe see how I think it would go down. But anyway, as you can see, I think Hiccup and Toothless are going to win this one. You may be wondering, so do you know or not? Well, I do know these characters. It's just been a very, very long time. Baymax, I'm pretty sure he had I think there was like a thing like sort of like a vortex or something. And he got sucked into it and somehow landed right into Hero's room. Hero is really, really good with robots. So that, okay, give me a minute. Alright, I don't know where I left off, but oh yeah, Hero is really good with robots. He was able to program a robot that was basically immortal. Funny. But I think Baymax, even if we give him like that berserk mode when he only had fighting in him, like he won't be able to beat Toothless. Like Toothless is a beast. He's probably gonna pop Baymax immediately. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it sort of fun, because even when it seems like it's a stomp, they try to make it somewhat cool to look at. Because Broly versus Hulk, this is how I imagine it going down. Broly just beaming Hulk to death if that happened. Like, sure, I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, but at least I know that Hulk doesn't stand a chance. But anyway, we're off topic, and we're probably gonna run out of time. So you already heard what I wanted to say. So let's do this for the next one. You thought I'd forget SCPs? Nope. Doomsday versus SCP-682. Now, if anyone knows SCPs well enough, they'll know that SCP-682, out of the many, is the hard-to-kill lizard. Now, yeah, he's like adapted to a lot of pain, so that's where I think this will be amazing. Because he keeps coming back, and so does Doomsday. They have similar abilities in that way. They both, when they're killed, adapt to it, and you can't kill them that way anymore. Like, literally, the only way to contain SCP-682 is to keep him in an acid-filled room. Or just, I think it's like SCP-999, like the tickle monster. Yeah. Different sources say different SCPs are certain things. So I'll go with a certain source and say it's SCP-999. But anyway, I think Doomsday's going to win this because clearly the acid worked multiple times, so that means he just learns to build somewhat of a tolerance to it. And he's not unkillable from those things. He's just really hard to kill with those things. So that's basically all I had to say. This one, oh, if anyone saw the fan trailers, they'll know how the hell I got this one. I may have not seen where Rasputin's from, or Anastasia or something. I haven't seen that, but I do remember seeing Princess and the Frog. And when I looked into, like, it's been a while since I've watched Princess and the Frog, but I kind of looked into both of their deaths and their songs just to see the little bits of their powers. And Rasputin, wow. From the first two things, I'm like, yeah, I think he's winning. At first I tried to think of a way around it, like maybe the shadows. But this is all because of debt. And I heard that Rasputin also has some debt, but still. No. Also, I looked at how many tries it took to shatter their amulet. It's like Rasputin's took, I think, 4 or 3 steps, while Dr. Vasiliers, that literally just took a frog grabbing it and slamming it on the ground. He can't let any of his stuff get destroyed, or else his friends on the other side come. But this is where I got a little bit confused, because he doesn't die right away like Rasputin does, and it's not that scary. It's like he doesn't go in this weird trance until he dies. Like, ugh. But I feel like Rasputin has more durable amulets, so his will last a little longer. All he has to do is break that amulet or any of Dr. Vasiliers' tools, and then the friends will go retrieve him as payment. Ha! Oh boy. Will I get a break? Alright, Freddy Fazbear, okay. Freddy Fazbear versus Candy. Alright. So both of them are animatronics that... Hang on. Cool. So both of them are animatronics that kill in a little fast food restaurant. And that's about all I want to explain, because we're running low on time. But I think we're doing okay. So for who I think will win, I think Freddy Fazbear is going to win. Like, a lot of these matchups, they just came to my head, and it's like, either I don't know enough about the characters, or it's been a while, so my knowledge is limited. But I think Freddy Fazbear is going to win because he's the original, but also, I looked at their stuff and I'm like, I think Freddy Fazbear has like a few forms that are actually going to be able to keep him in the fight a lot longer. Nightmare Freddy comes from just nightmares of him, so yeah. And I assume they get a heart attack or something. Phantom Freddy doesn't do much, but that could at least mean that he's staying in the fight. So, there's that. In the normal Freddy, you get that, then you get Withered Freddy, and yeah, you're not putting down Freddy without a fight. So, yeah. Candy possibly has those things, I just can't recall if he has them, so remind me. Oh boy, this one's good. Blackstar versus Sasuke. So when I saw the Sasuke versus Hiei video, I'm pretty sure I had a reaction video on that, I wasn't so happy that Sasuke lost. This is not to redeem Sasuke. This is mainly because I'm like, okay, what's a fight that I think might be fair, but a Naruto character might win, because I've counted in like 2 of the Naruto characters won, 4 of them lost. So can we at least make that a little closer? Like maybe 3 win and 4 lost. Because that doesn't sound that bad. It just sounds like one slipped up. But the other one just sounds like there's way too many losers. Okay. They already brought Krona into Death Bell, and I think what I noticed is that they'll bring in a new series, then they'll use a character from that series again. And I don't think I have any Akame ga Kill characters, but I would have done that. But Blackstar is from Soul Eater. And I thought that, like, I've seen some people say that Naruto would be the perfect matchup, but I look at the Enchanted Sword and I'm like, how about Sasuke? Like, Sasuke. I think it might work. Both of them use swords, and later on down the line, they use sharp objects is what I'm saying. They have many tools. They have some sort of curse form, and yeah, that's about it. I say Sasuke wins because of the Susanoo, and I don't, like, this is just based off of my knowledge right now, like from where I'm at in Soul Eater. I don't think Blackstar has seen anything like the Susanoo, but I don't know. So if they'll let me go to the next one, that'd be nice. Okay. Springtrap versus Carnage. Both of them are just kind of like suits that found a host. The Carnage symbiote found Cleus Cassidy and went into his bloodstream, which after rewatching Venom vs. Corona like a day ago, I'm like, Carnage would have been a perfect opponent because both of them had a little friend poured into their bloodstream. Yeah. In Springtrap, well, I think it was Purple Guy who just jumped in, died. I'm pretty sure both of the hosts are killers, but then there's theories that Purple Guy wasn't a killer and possibly very tormented, very, very hurt. But I think Carnage is going to win this nonetheless, because Carnage basically can make axes, spikes, all the great stuff that Corona already did. And on top of that, he's hard to put down. I don't think sound is able to hurt him that much anymore. I think. Again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. And I don't think Springtrap has enough firepower to just blow him to smithereens. So basically, this is how it goes down. It's either Springtrap finds some crappy way to burn Carnage alive, or he dies. One or the other. And we know the other is the only available option. Okay. Gooey versus Yoshi. Both of them have long tongues, and that's about it. And they're really cool to have in the game, so yeah. I think that Gooey's gonna win because he already has elements on his own. Pretty sure he can do ice, water, fire, all that stuff. Yoshi, I don't think he can get those power-ups. Now you may be wondering why I did not do Kirby versus Yoshi, because, well, I don't know. I think it's just reminding me of an argument I have with someone, and I just don't want to bring that up anytime soon, so, yeah. Yeah. So I believe that Gooey is going to win this one. That's all I really have to say. I think this is the last one. I hope it's the last one. Katana versus Lucina. So, the similarities are, they both are blue, both use some sort of blade. I'm pretty sure Lucina had royalty, but I'm probably wrong. Probably thinking of Marth here. But, yeah. And both of them are the female. So that's all I really gotta say. Yeah. For who I think will win, apparently there's multiple versions of Lucina, Marth, Ike, and all that, so I looked at one game and I think that should be able to beat, like, Lucina should be able to beat Katana through scaling to Marth. Yeah. So, yes, it's end. But I guess I could describe a little more detail. I'm not really going to be... Okay. So, yeah. Lucina has a longer blade, of course. And if they use Testrumite, maybe Katana gets a strength edge. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to be hard to find some durability that will work, because you gotta look through all the story modes and all. Like, sure, they've used Mortal Kombat a lot, but I feel like they're not going to be able to find something good enough to match with Lucina's stuff. And, yeah. Also, Lucina's really, really good with a sword, and is really good at convincing people that she's Marth, so clearly she can fight just like Marth, and is pretty much on par. So, we're finally done going through all that at way too fast speeds. I'll see Stu in the next video when I catch my breath and don't have a sword back.